Hey everybody, it's Allison, the Holistic Homesteader. I am here with
Harper.
And what are we making?
Pizza and stromboli.
We're gonna make some pizza and stromboli. Hey everybody, so you guys have seen in other videos how much I love Rhodes bread. Harper's grabbed the bag out of the freezer. This is what we get. We usually get it at Walmart. It is the Rhodes white bread value pack. There are 5 loaves of frozen bread dough in this bag. We got out five of the loaves, and here are 4 of them. Here is my 5th one. What we do, following the instructions on the bag, I prefer to do the refrigerator method in the directions. And what that means is I coat all of my bread pans with avocado oil spray, and then I put a loaf down in each bread pan and cover with plastic wrap, and then from there I put them in the fridge for the night. And in the morning, I pull them out, and they rise so much faster. You can better control the rise time. Sometimes when you just take the frozen loaf and you put it in the pan and you try to let it rise on the counter, sometimes it takes way longer than they predict, especially if your house is kind of chilly. So it's summertime here now, and the house is really warm. The bread is raising really fast. So we are going to get these 3 loaves into our oven. We're going to bake those as per the directions on the back of the pan. We're going to bake at 350 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. I usually check it at about 20 minutes because that's usually all the longer it takes. From there, I have a little pat of butter. As soon as they come out of the oven, I like to add butter. I just take the tablespoon and I just use a fork and I rub the butter all over the top of the bread just to help make the bread softer on the top. Hi, Lennon. Hi. So I have my cooling rack over there. As soon as they come out of the oven, I usually use a sharp knife and go around the edges of the pan, flip them out onto my cooling rack, and let them cool there, obviously after I've buttered the top. So I said we're going to make 3 loaves of bread. Our friend Ashley gave us some homemade strawberry jam, and we're going to utilize that fresh bread with her awesome jam. And then we have another loaf rising here to make stromboli, which I'm going to show you that here in a little bit. And over here we have our 5th loaf, and the girls are going to split it in half, and they are going to make their own personal little pizzas for lunch. So it's pretty simple. Once your bread has risen, we are going to cut it in half because we're going to make 2 small pizzas. I'm going to let them do whatever they want to do on their pizza. We have 2 cookie sheets with parchment paper on them, 1 for each of their pizzas. We have put a little bit of flour out on the counter, and we have a rolling pin that we're going to flour as well. So we're going to put this out onto our flour. We're going to cut it in half. We're going to roll it out thin, like pizza dough. And then from there, we're going to add our toppings. We do just about a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half of pizza sauce. We love the Del Grosso's brand. And then I just have some fresh sliced mozzarella here, and we have some pepperoni. That's basically everything that the kids like on their stromboli, or on their pizza, I mean. So we are going to show you how we do it.
We're just putting our bread into the oven.
Why are we putting it? Oh yes, loaves.
For the jam that Ashley made us.
I set our timer for 20 minutes.
Hello.
Look at those berries.
They'll never come out. I wash my hands. Wash them in the bathroom. Can I touch it?
Yes.
This up.
This one. All right, so just cut that in half. I just used a pizza cutter. Put a little bit of flour on here, and Harper's just gonna roll that out into whatever shape she wants.
Well, you can do it first.
just not on the edge. Leave about a half an inch of room. All right, very good, Lennon. Harper is going to do hers next. So we have this fresh mozzarella, sliced. Lennon just has one slice here, and all I have her doing is breaking it apart. You don't really want to put a whole slice down on the pizza because it's going to be a really thick chunk of cheese. So I have her just breaking it apart. She's very strategically placing it. All right, London's is pretty much done. Is that all you're putting on, buddy?
Yes.
Yeah, she doesn't want any pepperoni or anything, so that is ready to go. We're gonna do a little sprinkle of this Italian seasoning on the pieces as well. We should have done it before we added the cheese, but we just decided to add this on. This is a blend of organic oregano, basil, marjoram, sage, and garlic. Just do a little sprinkle of that. So Harper is adding some pepperoni to her piece.
Gonna have it half and half.
She's gonna have a half and half. She's gonna eat half now and half later. Here's our 3 loaves of bread. London's pizza is done now. We just did it at 350 degrees for, I'd say, about 10 minutes.
I have a joke for you.
London has a joke for you guys.
Why does pizza know like Stromboli?
Why?
Because it's a bully.
All right, we're just waiting on Harper's, and we're gonna make a stromboli too. All right, so we're just rolling out the bread for a stromboli as well. The process is going to be pretty similar to a pizza, except that we are only going to apply sauce down here on the bottom half, and we're going to avoid about half an inch around the edge so that our dough will actually stick to itself along the edge.
Dough?
So we're gonna do a little sprinkle of this organic Italian seasoning. So we're gonna, I put my sauce, about a tablespoon and a half on half of the stromboli crust. I'm just going to sprinkle with a little bit of this organic Italian seasoning. Ooh.
A little.
We're going to use the same sliced fresh mozzarella. I'm just going to break it up and put it all over the sauce. Now I am just going to add a layer of pepperoni. We are also going to add some of these mild banana pepper rings as well. I always use a fork to get them out of the jar. You can also strain off the liquid, but I don't want to add a lot of the liquid from these peppers into my stromboli, so I always make sure to really get them to drip off. So we have our stromboli essentially formed. Now all we do is we take this top portion of the stromboli and we fold it over and we match up the seams and press the seams together.
Yum.
This is like the perfect shape.
What's this remind you of?
A stromboli.
It reminds me of a smile.
So Harper's pizza is finished. We ended up cranking up the heat to 425 degrees on hers. I got my stromboli off of the counter and onto this parchment lined paper. It ended up making like a U shape. I am going to take a knife and just cut some air holes in the top so that hopefully our seam stays together and any hot air escapes through these holes. I'm going to put it in the 425 degree oven for, I would say, about 10 to 15 minutes. Our stromboli has come out of the oven. I had it in 425 degrees Fahrenheit for about 12 minutes. All right, everybody, I hope you have enjoyed this pizza and stromboli video. We'll see you next time.